Today we are talking about the bulk that I've been doing for the past 7 months. I'm going to be taking you through the results of that bulk and answering any questions that I think you all may have. If that sounds interesting to you, then this is the right video for you. And if not, then get out of here. We don't want you here. First, let me clean up this mess and then we'll start getting into things. All done. Look at that. Nice clean desk. Now I can do cool top-down shots like this. Let's start off with my weight at the beginning of this bulk, and I'd say my average weight, just for reference, is around 175 pounds. Last summer, I cut down to about 170 pounds. Nothing too crazy, but I was definitely looking very lean, a lot of serrations and vascularity. Here's some random clips of me posing a little bit. So where am I at right now? Well, I've been sitting at about 187-ish pounds for this past week. And I think if I really push it, I could probably get to about 190 pounds before the end of my bulk, but I need to leave some time to start cutting before summer, so we'll see if I get there. Now, there's one really big change that I made to my diet, and that is eating a lot more. I mean, I know that sounds kind of obvious, but I specifically started eating 2 breakfasts every day, or as often as I could. I've always been one to kind of skip my breakfast or just have a really light breakfast, so I could tell that this was probably a pretty big opportunity for me to add in a lot more calories to my day, so that's kind of where I aimed my eating towards. And what do all those extra breakfasts do to someone's physique over the months? Well, let's take a look. I'm definitely looking pretty large, and it's a nice look. If you look pretty closely though, you could see some of my definition around my shoulders, around my abdomen, my stomach, look a little bit more blurred or a little bit softer. And I'm not saying that I don't look good, I still think I look great, but it's just a little bit more fuzzy than it was before. But in the game of bodyweight skills, it's not how you look, it's how efficient you are with your body weight. So I'm happy to report that there hasn't been any drastic change to my relative strength, or at least from what I can tell, because of this extra weight gain. My pressing strength feels really good actually. I can finally do multiple handstand push-ups, aka 2 handstand push-ups. It was very exciting to get that. And my front lever is still pretty solid, probably not as good as it would be if I was a lot lighter, but still not too bad. So the big hope for this bulk is that I've put on the muscle required for someone at a heavier weight, so when I cut down, I can hopefully maintain that muscle and be relatively much stronger at that lighter body weight. Now that is a big hope, and we won't find out the results of that until I do a cut, so just for fun, I thought it would be nice to do some body measurements while I'm at this heavier weight, just to see what the comparison is like now and to when I do my cut. And something really fun is that in this book here, when I started in calisthenics almost 4 years ago, I actually took body measurements, so we get to compare those a little bit to where I'm at now. Now, I don't think these are the most accurate because moving the tape a little bit or just changing the tension can have a pretty big impact on the results. But I still think it's fun to see if there's any huge drastic changes. And looking at my measurements now compared to my measurements from almost 4 years ago, it's pretty interesting. I put on about 5 inches around my chest, which is absolutely insane. I remember having a completely flat chest, completely flat lats, and having some volume there now is pretty nuts to feel. Quick Q&A rapid fire that I think you guys might have for me in the comments. Get them out of the way right now. Am I tracking calories? No, I'm not tracking calories. I sometimes do it in the summer, but not for the bulk. I'm just trying to eat pretty much as possible. Can I still do my skills that I've been able to do before at a lower body weight? Yes, I could still do front lever, handstand push-up. I think everything that I've been able to do at a lighter weight, I could still do now. What is my goal weight? I'd say right now it's kind of just to get to that 190 pounds, but I want to be able to cut in time for the summertime, maybe June or July, and not have to cut super fast. So I'll be starting my cut pretty soon here. What supplements am I taking? I'm only taking creatine and I guess protein powder sometimes, but creatine is definitely a little bit of a cheat to add a few extra pounds to whatever you're bulking. Am I eating junk food? Yes, yeah, a fair amount. I'm trying to cook at home as much as I can, but I definitely go out at least once, maybe twice a week, get some kind of fast food, eating a lot of desserts as well, not eating super clean for this bulk. Am I meal prepping? Not a ton. I was at the beginning of the bulk. The first few months it does make it a lot easier to get in the calories, but it's just a ton of work. And then eating the same thing over and over, it's kind of a grind to be able to actually do that. So the last question you're probably thinking is, John, should I try doing a bulk? Is it worth it for me? Well, the biggest advice I would give to someone that was in my shoes a few years ago is try it out just to see if you're possibly not eating enough or not getting enough nutrients in with your regular diet. I've been guilty so many times of not eating enough, skipping meals, and just, not giving myself the right nutrients that I know I need to build muscle. And if you're doing that stuff while you're pushing your body to its limits in the gym, you're gonna see suboptimal gains. You're not gonna see as good of muscle growth, especially over the long term. So if you relate to that, I do suggest trying to go on a bulk. I'm probably gonna be doing a cut update in four-ish months, maybe around June or July, just to talk about how this cut went and probably compare my measurements, do some physique shots as well, just to see how much I've changed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, get subscribed to see the next video, and good luck on your training. Peace.